Hello, everybody. My name is Mikhail Jurevich, and I'm the founder and chief designer of MyTech Audio of New York City. And I'm here at the audio show in Warsaw in November of 2023. And I'm here together with Achim Scherner of Roon. And we're gonna talk a little bit about the new exciting hardware products for Roon that are actually not Roon products, but MyTech products. And I'm gonna talk a little bit about how it all happened and why it matters for both MyTech and Roon. And also for the future of beautiful, high quality audio. MyTech traditionally made digital audio converters. We make them since 1992 when MyTech was created in New York City. And we made them for about 20 years for professional and studio use for mastering and recording applications. And we are very good in doing digital to analog audio converters and traditionally are known for that. In 2011, we started manufacturing high-end digital to analog audio converters, or DACs, and we are now for having released the first DSD capable USB DAC, and then also in 2015 for the first third-party MQA DAC. And our collaboration with Roon, or relationship with Roon, goes back to early 2000s when we were actually working with predecessor of Roon called Zulus, providing them with converters for the early development of Zulus. So we knew Roon crew from very early 2000s and generally continued relationship till today, are very familiar with Roon software, love Roon software, particularly for the way it works, but also for the fact that it actually does the highest quality digital audio files, all the formats, including DSD and high-resolution PCM, which is what interests us very much. Since 2011, when we were making the Hi-Fi DAC, we were gradually adding streaming features to our products, and we started with USB DACs. We eventually had a network DAC that became Roon ready in 2015, and now we moved to a realm of streamers, and we were looking for the solution to put a engine inside the streamer that would basically be the main streaming engine inside our products. And after a lot of considerations, we decided that Roon will be the best choice for us because we make the high-end products and because Roon is a high-end product that offers what we needed to have in our hardware. And we ended up convincing Roon to license the software to us and basically now offer a line of products, of streamers that start with the very high-end 25,000 euro Empire streamer with the built-in i7 Roon core, through the Manhattan Bridge that we don't have released yet, that's gonna become available next year, to the bread and butter product, $5,000 Brooklyn Bridge streamer that has been released and available now. And that's basically the main product that we are marketing at this show today. I'm gonna pass the microphone now to Achim that will comment a little bit about what does Roon offer to customers in Europe and what customers in Europe can expect from Roon.
Thank you, Michael. So, first of all, we're pleased to work with you with our long-standing relationship. I think it's a match made in heaven. Your heritage in studio technology and our efforts to deliver the highest possible quality of audio to the home consumer just fit so well together that it's kind of a no-brainer to do what we're doing here. So with Roon, we are looking at your library of files that you might have at home on your hard drive, but also looking at the streaming service that you might integrate into your Roon system. That might be either Tidal or Qobuz. The reason why we chose Tidal or Qobuz is because that has been the streaming services that were the first to offer lossless and high resolution streaming. But to the user of Roon, it's a seamless integration of the streaming service with your local library. So the benefit that we deliver to you is we pull a lot of information from the internet to the music that is relevant to you, and we connect this music. We call it the endless link. So if you look at a artist's, what's it called? Biography, that's the word that I was looking for. If you look at the biography, you find links in the biography pointing to other musicians, to other music, or to other artists that they have been collaborating with. And that gives you a way to rediscover your own library and to discover new music. We're doing all that based upon the content of your library. We are suggesting new music to you based upon what have you been listening to lately, what is in your library, what is relevant to you. So with all of that in mind, having a partner like Mytek delivering very, very high quality, I would call it studio grade, because I'm an audio engineer myself, equipment just works so well together that we are thrilled to have you as a partner.
Thank you, and I wanna again underline this heritage of mastering studio quality sound. Generally, the way we approach the design of our converters, it all comes from mastering studio, where basically you produce masters. So whatever we do in the streamers, it's essentially what we would do for a mastering engineers. We want to play the same formats that they play with the same quality. So whatever happens now in the mastering studios, let's say they will produce now masters in formats like Atmos or DSD, this and that, generally a lot of different options going forward. We will support all this, and Roon will support it as well. So generally we use this slogan for our products. We call it from studio to home. Generally the idea is that the mastering engineers listens to the master in his studio, and with our streamers, you're essentially getting the same experience. They basically get the same sound quality, the same file played in your home with the same sound quality that they produced, which is not the case with most of the other streamers. So if you look at buying the Mytek streamers now with the Roon Core inside, you're receiving the studio grade D2A conversion. You're receiving the exact formats or possibility of playing formats that are studio grade. that not necessarily all of them are available from streaming services, but if you have them on a hard drive, you can play them through Roon. For example, you can play DSD 512. You can do things that you simply cannot do with other system. So if we get asked why should I buy this instead of, let's say, some kind of a UPnP streamer from China, we basically do things that they don't do. And it's not only the sound quality, but it's also the way, as you described, browsing the music. It's essentially a more grown-up and more professional way of playing music and enjoying it. And that's what we are trying to convey with this system. And hopefully, once we get some foot in the market and more people understand what those products are, it will be appreciated. I think we have a very nice niche here with these products. It's all in one, in a sense that we, by creating a single box that has both the DAC and the Roon core inside, we eliminate the potential technical difficulties that maybe an older audiophiles will have with an IP addresses or passwords or things like that. These things are very easy to set up, and generally the aim is to let you focus on enjoying beautiful music in a nice way, when you can read about history of the record, of the recording that happened, rather than trying to just navigate complicated, difficult to understand software that may be the case with other streamers.
Yeah. So first of all, everybody who comes to this audio show is receiving a trial code to try out Roon for 60 days. So please feel free to download it, play around with it, discover it for yourself. From my own experience, from even before I started working for Roon, it's hard to go back. The way that we surface music, that we bring information to you about the music that you love and that is close to your heart, is an experience that I last had when I was going out to a record store when I was much younger, and had the sales clerk recommend a new record to me because I bought this record the other week, and if you like this music, why don't you have a listen to that? That is exactly what we are offering in Roon. And having all of this now contained in just one single box is making it very, very easy to get started without, as you said, the hassle of worrying about IP addresses. It's just connected to power, connected to your Wi-Fi, sign in with your Roon account, and you're ready to go.
I want to mention just one feature that is maybe an example of creativity, or something that is just an example of what could be done beyond the regular streaming with these machines here. I'm just gonna mention a feature that we are planning here for the Empire. The Empire actually has a very good phono input. It's an MC moving coil input with a nickel step-up transformer, very good phono preamp, and you can connect a turntable to it and play vinyl through, basically come in and play it out through analog output, totally in analog domain. But what you can also do is this thing has a very good high quality mastering grade converter, I2D converter built in. It's actually capable of doing DSD 512 and PCM 768. So one of the features that you can imagine is that you can, let's say that you love vinyl and you have a large vinyl collection. You can play this vinyl here on this machine, and record it on the internal hard drive as a DSD file, let's say. And then let's say you do it with your 100 records that you have on the shelf, and then you can run it through Roon features that basically finds all the Roon artwork for it, and it becomes part of your library, right? So even if you do vinyl, you can also kind of incorporate that feature in the streamer as well. So we're trying to kind of be innovative here and provide this bridge to other audiophile activities in a kind of sensible way, and that's just one of the examples of what these machines can do. There is more than this. Thank you very much, and we'll see you at the next show.